Hey, welcome. This is my live with my great buddy Ron Deering here. We're coming to you live from North Idaho. I'm in Post Falls and he's in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene. And we're here to talk about a variety of different things. One of them being MDC, the parent company of HempWorks, and the other one is HempWorks. And just the great, I don't know, the great community it's built. Uh, my goodness, I'm just so excited about everything that's going on here. I got started with HempWorks directly from Ron. I was given up on pot for all my aches and pains, my arthritis in my hands and in my shoulders and my neck and in my back. And I was smoking pot to alleviate that pain. It wasn't working all that well for me because it messed with my communications with my wife's scooter. So I was quitting that, and I quit and starting to, when you stop using pot, you got a little bit of time before the pain starts returning to you. And Ron and I got to talking about it, and he was telling me about HempWorks CBD oil and how much benefit he reaped from it, and his wife Karen. And I've known Ron for years, so I said, well, you know what? All right. If you say so, I believe it. And so I bought me an executive package, which is like 12 bottles of it. And the reason I bought so much, wasn't expecting to get into the business end of it really so much. I just wanted the discount. Right after I got it, I had a heart attack and I had to go get a triple bypass. And that knocked me out of a bunch of pictures for quite a while. And I didn't really get to start trying it until about 5 days after I got back from the hospital. And my goodness, by this time, the pain from the heart attack and the incision and all that stuff, and my arthritis was starting to return to me pretty good. I started taking the HempWorks CBD oil. Immediate relief. I didn't have to take any pain relievers from what they prescribed for my heart attack, the Tamarol, whatever it is, that the opiates. I didn't have to take any of them. I don't have to take any pain relievers for my hands, and just wonderful relief. And I owe it all these thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and to my good buddy Ron, who I happened to meet in a church setting. So it worked out really good. I'm going to introduce you to Ron. He's been a 25K affiliate, $25,000 business volume for 3 months going, and he started doing that probably 4 or 5 months before I got started in it, and that was back in August. So he just got started in about 8, 9 months ago, Ron? June. So he got started on it just a couple of months before I had my heart attack. So without hesitating any further, I'm going to let you hand it over to Ron here.
Well, Merwin, thank you so very, very much. I am so honored and blessed. And like Merwin was saying, we've been friends. Yeah, that stuff is miracle in a bottle. We've been friends. He and his lovely wife, Scooter, and Karen and I have been friends for a long time. And we started a church, myself and a couple of other gentlemen, and Merwin and his wife were a part of that church. And we've just been good, close friends and brothers in the Lord for quite a few years now. But the thing that really is hit. I actually got involved the second week of May, but Merwin and I have a lot in common because a year and a half ago, actually about 2 years ago, I had a full physical with the military and that, and they said, "Man, you're as healthy as a horse." And over Memorial Day weekend of last year, I was in Vegas, and I'd been going through some indigestion and some things, but took Tums and antacids and things and felt fine. And I came back from Vegas on that Monday of Memorial Day weekend, and the following Monday, God bless her soul, my wife said, "You're going in. We got to find out what's going on here." And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's probably, maybe I got an ulcer at this age. And I went into the hospital and they said, "Nah, you probably got something going on. Maybe you need a stint." And I think Merwin kind of went through the same situation, except for he actually had a heart attack and I didn't at this point. So they did an angiogram, and when I came to from that, they said, "Well, you don't need a stent. You need open heart surgery. You got 3 blocked arteries." So I'm thinking, like Merwin, I'm going to get a triple bypass, and they put me on life support until the next day. And
you actually had your heart attack episode first, right?
I didn't. At this point, I hadn't had a heart attack at all.
Before me.
Oh yeah. This was June. When I had the open heart surgery, it was June of last year. So when I came to from the surgery, they said, "Well, everything went as well as could be expected. You didn't have 3 blocked arteries; you had 5, and we could only fix 4." So I ended up with a quadruple bypass, and I'm a pretty A-type personality, and I busted my butt to get out of that hospital as fast as I could, and I was out in about 3.5 days, and went home and thought everything was great. And in fact, Merwin and I went to the same, not at the same time, but have been involved in the same cardiac physical therapy and so forth. And it's a group of people, and it's kind of fun. You meet all kinds of new people who have gone through the same thing. And
every time I go in there, they say they miss you. You're a lot of fun.
We had a trio there of us that we had a lot of fun. You got to have fun. You just had open heart surgery, right? So,
sure.
But I was about 3 months into it, September, and was having a lot of pain on the treadmill, a lot of pain. And they didn't see anything on the EKG because they monitor you. My blood pressure was fine, but I went around to the VA office, and after they did a full workup, they called an ambulance, and I was actually having a heart attack. And went in, and 2 of my bypass grafts totally failed and collapsed, and they had to put stents in. So that was September of last year to September of this year. And that first year after you go through this is kind of critical. They want to make sure that you're, being monitored, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're doing all the things you need to do. And they put you on medication, and most likely Merwin and I are on very similar medication like cholesterol meds and metoprolol, which is for your heart rate and your blood pressure and all that. And a blood thinner for me. He may not be on one because he didn't have stents. But so when I got involved in May, I was still getting these things kind of sorted out. They were making me tired. They were making me ache, and things were, it was kind of a slow start for me. But June, by the end of May, I got my product. And that's when everything changed, because Karen, my wife, had just had rotator cuff surgery. And 2 years before, she'd had her right shoulder done, and it was every 6 hours pain narcotics. She did not want to go through that again. This time, no pain narcotics, no pain pills whatsoever, nothing, Tylenol, none of that stuff. This little bottle that Merwin just showed you, CBD oil, right? She was taking that, like maybe a quarter of a dropper full every so often. And we have this amazing relief cream that's like Bengay on steroids, right? I think and it smells good, and boy, does it work. And she was putting it on the incision, having me put her on her incisions and so forth. So
I don't know if you can see that. I've been using it since August.
And look at how much is left.
Yeah, a little goes a long way. A long way.
Fingertip full. I've got something going on with my wrist here. Fingertip full, boom, the bump goes down, the inflammation, and the pain goes away. So for me, this was, June, I was, Merwin can tell you when I talked to him about it, I was passionate about this. I've got a vision. I know where I want to go and the people's lives I want to impact, and so many people just with the product alone. I mean, we see so many times that there are all these companies out there that have combined the acai berry and the googleberry and the gooseberry and the mumbleberry and this mushroom and all these things. And man, they've created this super concoction, right? Well, if you go out in nature, you don't find all those things on one plant. They weren't designed to be all mixed together. They're different plants, they're different things. Whereas the hemp plant is one plant. You can basically break off a piece and eat it and get amazing results from it. And that's what I love about it. This is God's plant. It is designed to work with the endocannabinoid system in our bodies. So,
our natural system.
Our natural system. And by taking the CBD oil, especially the full spectrum version of it, you put your body back in what's technically called a homeostasis situation, but it means balance. It puts your body back in balance and corrects so many things. So I went crazy. I went to 10K affiliate that first full month in the business and ended up doing over 24,000 in volume, almost at 25K affiliate. And understand that 24,000 in volume means that I'm doing about $35,000 to $40,000 in business. My business. That ought to tell you that this product basically sells itself. I mean, everybody's looking for it.
Yes, it does.
Merwin, we just heard the news that the Senate and the House just passed the 2018 Farm Bill. President Trump signed it. If he already hasn't, he's all for it. And that's huge. That basically takes CBD and the hemp plant, which are not psychoactive, are not, hallucinogenic drugs or anything like that. They're not a part of the marijuana plant. And they take it off of the DEA and the controlled substance. And now, along with that, have given so much back to the farmers and allowed us now to cross state lines with selling it. And I mean, it's going to explode our business. But here's what's important. And I don't want to take up all day because Merwin, I'm a former pastor. I could talk forever, right? So what we have here is what I believe a perfect storm. And I'm going to tell you just real quickly why I believe that this is a 5-star business. And the first thing is that the corporate leadership that we have is Jen and Josh Regal, a young couple that are incredibly smart, incredibly in tune with what the field needs to build their business and the integrity they have. They will not allow this product to be anything other than the best of the best. Mm-hmm. And to prove it, they brought in third-party corporate and organizations to the convention this past October that are the controllers and the regulators, basically, of the quality and purity of CBD oil countrywide. And the CEOs of these two organizations got up there and said, HempWorks is the only network marketing company that sells CBD oil that we will work with. They introduced our CEO to the board of directors of their business, of their companies. And they basically said that when it comes to purity, we're going to be the seal of approval, like USP for vitamins and things like that. The U.S. Hemp Roundtable is going to have this seal that if you want your CBD oil to be recognized as pure and the best, you've got to get this seal. And basically, you're going to have to meet these criteria up here, and HempWorks is already way up here. So Josh and Jen are making sure that we've got the best of the best. The next thing is the compensation plan. They've got a compensation plan, and I've been in and out of network marketing for 40-plus years, and I've never seen a compensation plan like this. People are making money. People are having success like they've never had before, and they pay back 85 cents of every dollar back to the field. That's unheard of. Most network marketing companies pay anywhere from 30 to maybe 50. 85 cents on every dollar, and the company is totally debt-free. It also, since last year, Merwin, they did $9 million in sales last year.
Amazing.
This November, last month, they did $14 million in the month of November. That's 1,100% increase over what they did all of last year to this year.
That's because of two things: the product and the community that they've built. And this community builds each other. I mean, you got teams over here, you got teams over here, and they're helping each other. They're not in competition with each other. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's so exciting.
I couldn't have said it better. I mean, and that was my last 2 points. The system that they have that builds for you almost on autopilot. But last, the field leadership. And you're right. And I've been around this long enough to know that typical network marketing companies have all these little cliques. And, I don't want you to find out what my team's doing. You can't, you over here, we've crossed all these boundaries. And it doesn't matter who you are. Merwin and I are obviously on the same team, but I've done Facebook Lives in the last couple of weeks, couple of months with people that I have absolutely no financial interest in, and they have no financial interest in me. But we do have human interest. We do have that desire to help others and that desire to make the business and the company big and the company strong, because if we do that, it allows us to impact more lives. And that's where everybody's coming from. The more lives that we can impact, the more people that we can help, not only in their physical health, like we're doing for us, but in their financial health. Do you realize that in this country alone, an extra $500 would keep so many families, thousands of families, from having to file bankruptcy? An extra $500 would change their lives. Yeah. All of us, right?
Yeah, $500 is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah. So those are the 5 things, the corporate leadership, the compensation plan, the product, the system that we have, and the field leadership. And the field leadership is the last thing I kind of want to talk about. And Merwin kind of hit on it, with how it's all run and everything. But we've got field leadership with people like Aaron and Kathy Parker, and my mentor and now good friend, Christian believer, and just an amazing man, Robert Hollis. And here's a guy that is an 8-figure earner, created 55 millionaires, and was in retirement, didn't need any more money. But he saw this business. He saw what they could do. He saw what the product was doing. He saw what the owners were doing. And he came out of retirement to build this business for his wife. Now, here's what he's going to do. Okay, it's just so you guys know. He is authorizing Merwin and I to give you thousands of dollars of his training for absolutely free. Absolutely free. He normally gets thousands of dollars for his training, his instruction, and all of that stuff. But he's letting us give it to you for absolutely free. You have to do one thing. You have to do one thing. You might want to write this down. It's difficult. It's gonna blow your mind, but you might want to write it down. Okay, he's got the pen. He's ready to go. And just so anybody is, we are not physical brothers. I know people ask me that all the time. Are you and Merwin brothers? No, we're not. We're brothers in the Lord.
Yeah, we are.
We're not. Here's the one thing you have to do. You have to ask. You have to ask.
I don't even got to write that down.
You could probably even remember that, because one of the other products we have.
Even me, I can remember that.
Is our brain spray, which is phenomenal, right? So, they're going to say, look, Mutt and Jeff are on here again. It's all you have to do is ask. Comment below or private message Merwin and say, look, free training. I want the free training. That's the first thing I want to leave with you. Don't miss out. Whether you join our team, whether you join this company or not, an 8-figure earner, an incredible man of God, is offering you his training for free. Don't give it up, okay? And the other thing is that, and this is what Merwin's going to do for you. Merwin is going, you got to ask. Merwin is going to give you a free tour. All you have to do is ask. He will give you a link to his free tour where you can go in and check everything you want. And here's the reason I want you to take the free tour. Because inside the free tour, there's a video from Josh and Jen. And if you really want to understand what their vision is and where they want to take this company, what they want to do and where they want to go with it, and the amount of people they want to impact, you've got to watch this vision. You've got to watch this video. You've got to see and hear from them. And the only way you can do that is get Merwin to give you the free tour. Okay? So ask for the free training, ask for the free tour, and last but not least, I'm going to paint a picture for you, because we recently introduced coffee, the number 2 commodity traded in the world, just short of oil, just underneath oil. And I don't know about you, Merwin, but I don't drink oil.
Petrol. No,
Don't drink.
I tried it once. It tastes nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it gets all stuck in your mustache and beard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee, and then the number 3 commodity, which is what you put in your coffee, right? So they took the number 2 and the number 3 commodities traded in the world. They infused them with what I believe is the biggest shift in health and wellness that we're going to see in our lifetime, and created these 2 products that are just going to explode. So picture this. Picture that you're in a garage. Any garage, Merwin's garage, my garage. You're in a garage, and you're sitting in this garage with these 3 gentlemen. And you might even know these guys' names. One of them is a guy by the name of Steve Ballmer. May have heard of him before. Maybe not. Paul Allen. May have heard of him. The last guy's name is Bill Gates. Anybody hear?
Yeah. Okay.
Bill Gates, Steve Ballmer, and Paul Allen, right? And these guys they're sitting back there and they're formulating something.
They're just kids.
They're just kids. And they're getting ready to formulate something, and we're in the garage with them. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't all of us want it? And we know what we know now, right?
And we're good buddies with them.
And we're good buddies with them. And what did they create?
Microsoft and Apple.
Microsoft and Apple, right? Well, you're in that same position right now with CBD oil. Everything is on track. Forbes is saying this is the next trillion-dollar business. Everything is on track, ready to skyrocket and go through the roof. And you're in that garage. You're in that garage with Steve and Al and Paul and Bill, and getting ready to, and you know what you know now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't want to be that person that's watching this right now or watching the replay, and 6 months from now, look back and Merwin's at 50K affiliate and making good money. And you know why he's making good money? Because he's impacting so many lives. And you're sitting back and going, ooh, they. Why did I not listen? You want to reach out right now.
And the whole procedure is duplicatable. They encourage, we all encourage one another to duplicate the proven system.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees that you're going to be as go-getting as the people who are really doing well. We can't guarantee how you're going to act. But if you follow the system and if you put as much energy into it as you can, you're going to do good. You're going to do good because of the product, because of everything that Ron just said. Please do yourself a favor.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, and I'll tell you, I interviewed a young lady a week or so ago, and her rank is she's a 500K affiliate in the company, 500K affiliate. And she said, after we did the interview, we talked for about 45 minutes. She said, Ron, I'm making sick money. Okay. Does everybody know what that means? She said, it's fantasy money. It's fantasy money.
Yeah.
But then she told the rest of the story. Who was the guy? Paul Harvey, right? And now for the rest of the story, right? She was one of the first people to get involved with My Daily Choice back in 2014 when it first started. And 5K is our first major advance, right? Our first major rank achievement. Okay, 5K affiliate. That means your team has done 5,000 in business volume. Merwin, it took her 2 years to get to 5K affiliate. 2 years.
And that was with another marketing system, though.
It was the same marketing system, but they didn't have the HempWorks products.
Oh, MDC.
Yeah, it was My Daily Choice, but they didn't have the HempWorks yet. So they had the sprays, they had all of our other products, same marketing system and all that.
2 years.
It took her 2 years, right?
My goodness.
She was not going to quit. She was not going to give up. She kept going 2 years. So now we're 4 years into the story, right? So now it's been 4 years. It's 2014 to 2018. Now she's making sick money. Now, if I told you that in sick money is, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month, okay? So if I told income disclaimers, by the way, income disclaimers, everybody's not going to have that success and so forth. But what I'm telling you is if it took you 4 years to get to half of that, wouldn't that change your life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't make the mistake of it not at least not asking, right?
Plus, you got the added benefit of being able to use this great product that people are having such relief from. Now, you may not get the same relief as I have, but you're very likely to.
Yeah. And I encourage you, go out on Google, and whatever your ailment is. Let's say, here's one that I didn't even realize.
I love Dr. Jim. That guy.
Oh, Dr. Jim Holland, yeah.
Yes.
He's a chiropractor in the business with us, and that guy's got a ton of information. But
yeah, I'm always posting his stuff.
Well, something I didn't even think about, Merwin, the other day, and I told Karen this. Tinnitus.
Ah, yeah.
Mine's gone. And I don't, I mean, I think if I sat back and said, okay, am I hearing it? Am I hearing it? Am I hearing it? But I don't. But I mean, I just noticed that the other day, and I went like, I got up one day and I didn't take a dropper full or anything of the CBD oil and that. And I was going through there, totally forgot. I was busy, and about 5 o'clock at night, I happened to be sitting watching TV and thinking, what's that? Oh man. I immediately went, took a dropper full, and next thing I know, it was maybe a half hour later, I'm sitting there thinking, oh wow, it's totally gone. So you don't know, but I encourage you to go out to Google, and whatever your ailment is, if it's, and some people say tinnitus, whatever, ringing in your ear, look it up.
Poinsettia or poinsettia.
Yeah, right, exactly. Look up the flower, but add CBD oil to it and see what Google has. Over 23,000 research studies and articles and everything else written on it. So
it's crazy.
We've Merwin and I could talk like this for hours. And
HempWorks is the purest of the pure. It's the best of the best.
The best of the best. And you know what? We've got documentation. Each one of these bottles has a lot number on it, and you can go and ask for the results of that lot number, and you can get the documentation and the proof of the gas chromatology results, the microbiology results, everything that says this is as pure as it pure. There's 2 ingredients basically in this: CBD oil, and guess what? What is CBD made out of? What does it come from? Hemp. CBD oil, hemp seed oil. Hemp works. Hemp seed oil, the carrier oil is hemp seed oil. Duh, right? It's not, glycerin, it's not coconut oil, it's not olive oil, it's hemp seed oil. So CBD oil, and then the oil from the plant that the CBD oil comes from, hemp seed oil. And if you get one that's flavored like cinnamon or peppermint, then it's got that flavor. But it's just natural. Like cinnamon has a whole bunch of medicinal benefits itself. So it's good stuff. All right, guys. Merwin and I could do the Merwin and Ron show for hours if you let us. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Excuse me. I just
want to set aside a day for that.
Yeah, we do. Reach out to Merwin. Just don't waste any more of your time. Ask him. Just ask him.
Please do.
If it's not for you, it's not for you. But check it out. At least check out the product. Check out what he's got to offer. And I can't. Again, Merwin, God bless you. I'm so glad that you and I have teamed up on this journey, and this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what a year from now is going to look like. So
I'm just so grateful to you and God for getting me going on this. I'm just so excited. It's been wonderful so far, and I'm sure it's going to get even better. Ron, thank you for getting with me today and setting this up. I ain't got the technology for all of this. That's Ron's bag. He's a genius when it comes to this. So thank you for getting it going for us, bud.
All right. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Walk in the joy of the Lord. His joy is your strength.
Amen.
Love you. Bye.